Hi guys, welcome down to Improve My Golf. And today I'm just going to be giving you another reflection on my Open qualifying experience and the Open Championship itself. First of all, if you've gone back and you've seen my previous videos in regards, or my previous video in regards to my reflection of final qualifying, it was quite brutal. I remember editing it the day after and thinking, a little bit harsh on yourself there, but that's kind of the way I felt immediately after, so I thought that'd be really good to kind of get on camera and get showing you guys on YouTube as well. But I've had time to think about it. I've been on holiday since, but a week away. I had loads of time to really think about how I performed, how I felt during the round, and what I could have done better. And it's interesting because I've almost kind of come up with a couple of different excuses for myself. And the first one is that I wonder if I went into it over-golfed. I teach 40 to 50 hours a week. I play pro-ams or pro-only events once a month, once every 3 weeks or something like that. So, and I hit balls maybe 5 to 25 balls a day. And when we go vlogging, obviously we play 9 holes course vlog. So we don't play a massive amount of golf really. So I'm quite fortunate that I'm playing to a relatively good standard when I do go out. When I went up to Glasgow Gales, I got there 2 days before, and I'd never played the course before. I didn't know what to expect. I looked at it online, I'd seen the video flyovers, and I was looking forward to it. I actually thought this course doesn't look as difficult as West Lancs where I qualified, so I felt confident. And obviously I felt confident in my game because coming into final qualifying, I'd won a tournament over at Knot End Golf Club with 3 under. I'd shot 1 under round West Lancs, which is actually the best pro score, so I could say I've won that as well, although to fair play, 2 amateurs did shoot lower. And so I went in with massive amount of confidence. I played 9 holes on the Sunday. I actually played 9 holes on the day before, 2 days before, in front of Colin Montgomery. So I didn't play great, but I just got a feel for the golf course and I got a feel for the conditions. It was on a lot of the holes. It was a northeasterly wind. I went out the next day with a good friend of mine that plays European Tour, Gavin Moynihan, and we played it with a northwesterly wind. Played 18 holes. In between that, I'd also done some putting practice, some range practice, some chipping for ages, and I was thinking, my God, I'm practicing serious amounts here. Then the day came, and I felt really excited. I did not feel remotely nervous. And I actually said to my caddy, Chris, walking around, was that a bad thing? I did not feel nervous in the slightest. I felt a little bit excited about the score that I could possibly go out and shoot and where it would leave at the end of round 1. We went for a clever conservative game plan was the idea of the first round. Very short downwind par 4. A lot of people went with driver. I went with a 4-iron, just laid up, little sandwich onto the green, 2-putt par. I'm not really playing to my strengths there. My strengths for me is the driver, is the long game. I would have been better off nailing driver up towards the green, take a chip and a putt, worst case chip and 2 putts. I was relying on myself from 70, 80 yards out with the sandwich, which really is not my strength at all. So where I wanted to play conservative, I may have played away from my strengths. I got up the second, and like to say, the two wind directions on the first day. This was a different wind again. This was straight north, so there was no side wind whatsoever on the second hole. And I went with the same club. I went with 3 wood, which I didn't miss by much. It was probably about 10 yards right. No, let's say 15 yards right of the centre of the fairway. Took that little kind of linksy kick that either helps you or it doesn't, and it went into the gorse, double bogey. And the kind of round parred into around about the 11th there, which 11 I stitched it to about a foot, made birdie, and I walked off the 11th green and I said to Chris and Fletcher as well, I said, how on earth am I 1 over par here, because I am just scrapping. You've seen the vlog, guys, I do hold a lot of putts from outside of 4 to 6 foot for par, a lot of putts. There weren't many birdie chances at all. So I think in hindsight, 7 over for the first round was actually just. I didn't manage to hold it together for 18 holes. It's hard to hold it together for 18 holes when you're playing that bad. There were times when we got onto tees and I would say there were 20 to 50 people on the tee. And that gave me so much confidence. That gave me such a buzz. Like, these guys are here to watch us play. Granted, they were probably here to watch Monty. Okay, that's fair enough. But they were here to watch us play golf. So I actually wanted to get up on there and I wanted to give them a show. I wanted to get a really good driver. I wanted to get a bit of a ripple of a round of applause after I hit my tee shot. That was the kind of frame of mind I get into when people are watching me. On the flip side of that, what it made me do is rush a little bit because I was so eager to show that good shot. I went away from my pre-shot routine, away from my mental kind of my mental kind of thought process before the shot. I just wanted to hit a really good shot for them. So it's probably the same. When people get really nervous, they get quicker. When I got excited, I got quicker. So what's really important for me over the next few months and whatnot, and over the next few events, is to, when I get a good score going, for example, that's when I get excited, to maintain my level of composure. And that's what I did really well at West Lancs. I had a good score going, and I maintained my level of composure. At Glasgow Gales, I didn't have a great score going, but I had people watching. I was unable to maintain my composure because I was excited about hitting a good shot. Not nervous, excited. And I did hit a couple of good shots, but I also hit a couple of shots that led to bogey. So the game overall was scrappy. It really wasn't a great ball striking day. The two guys I was playing with were out driving me by 5 to 10 yards even when I hit the fairway. And I knew that I just wasn't striking it. I hit a couple of really nice iron shots, but I had to hit iron shots from 5 iron instead of 7 iron, 7 iron instead of 9 iron, where I could have been a lot shorter into the greens, which would have been obviously a lot easier. Short game was pretty good. Putting, obviously, as you can tell, was pretty good. That's why I managed to keep it at such as kind of let one over through 11, so to speak. So I'm taking all that positivity and I've applied for every event I could possibly make on the PGA website in the North region. So I am hoping to play some bigger events. There's a couple of bigger tours as well. It's more entry fee and it's more of a prize fund. So again, a bit more pressure, and I'm going to enter a few of those. I mean, I'd love to be able to play something like a Euro Pro Tour event just to kind of put myself up against them, and just the all round game and the feel, the buzz of just being around really good players like that final qualifying was different to what I'd ever experienced. Those were players that were either on European Tour, like the Fringes, the Challenge Tour, Euro Pro Tour. They had aspirations of making it big, and I was just, at first I wondered if I'd feel a little bit out of place because I'm not trying to make it on tour unless I'd have made it into the Open and won it. I would love to make it on tour. I always feel in there that I've had the game. I've just never really had a go. So this is my end of year goal now, to see if I can just step up my game a little bit. Try and shoot level par to 3 under par every time I go and play golf. And if I can do that, I'll pick up a few little checks, I'll win a couple of events, and I'll really convince myself that, hey, you know what? You can go and play with the bigger boys, so to speak. So that's my goal, that's my aspiration for the end of this season. Right now, I've got about an hour in my diary, so I'm just going to continue to hit some shots. I'm going to flip the camera over, we're going to hit some shots outside on this 28 degrees day in Manchester. 28 degrees, never that's happened. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to go hit some balls. I've got a tournament coming up this Friday. This is probably going to go live, yeah, probably pretty much now. So a couple of days time I've got a Pro-Am tournament, and then a few more coming up as well. So let's fingers crossed for the end of 2016 to be positive. And all you guys out there as well, I hope you've enjoyed watching the Open Championship, because let's be fair, it was incredible. And I hope it's given you kind of as much inspiration and aspirations to go and play better golf, play more golf, practice more, and improve yourselves, to set yourselves new goals, or make sure you achieve your existing goals that you had at the start of the season, because that's what it's all about. We can only set ourselves goals. If we achieve them and it's still not enough, then you accept it, you've achieved your goals, you go again and you go again. So hopefully if you massively enjoyed the Open this year, you can take all that positivity onto your own game and just go and enjoy playing golf. From a personal note, very quickly, I want to say thank you to Stenson and Mickelson, because that final round was ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. To go out and shoot that score under that pressure, to go out and shoot that score on that golf course, incredible. To go and do it under that pressure, incredible. To go and do it for that prize, and I was going to say prize money, but they don't need it. So for that prize, incredible. I remember just watching them playing down 18 with the 2 grandstands. I'm thinking, put yourself in that situation. What would you do, guys? Comment below. What would you be like in that situation with thousands of people watching? Are you able to block them out? Are you able to be excited to hit a good shot in front of them? Or would you just crumble? If I give you a 3-shot lead down the last hole, could you still win the Open? So guys, I want you to answer those 2 questions for me below. How would you feel with those crowds watching you? And if I give you a 3-shot lead on the last tee at Troon to win the Open, could you still win it without going to a playoff? Last bit at the end, without going to a playoff. Comment below. I'm really interested to kind of hear your thoughts. Are you an excitable player? Are you a nervous player? Would you need to get your wet gloves out to hold the club because your palms are sweating so much? Or would you be really excited? So guys, comment below. I'm going to go hit some balls, get some practice in. Big week, start of for me, I'm going to feel like it's the start of the season. And I'm going to get the end of the season off with a bang. I hope you guys reach your goals and aspirations for this summer as well. What are they? I want to keep us updated here at Improve My Golf. We want to interact with you as much as possible. So let us know. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Let us know everything that you're doing, how often you're playing. We love to hear about it. It makes us go out and play more golf as well. We can feed off your energy, and hopefully you can feed off ours. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Enjoy some shots. We're going to hit some balls, and we'll see you again very soon. He stands the wrong way, doesn't he? Yeah. Right, I'm done. I'm finished. I'll just keep replaying that one.
Oh.